and I want to go back to what I was saying earlier. Is this not the same hell that we read about earlier? Mm-hmm. Is this not the same stories that are written in the Old Testament? Is it not the same God that we served in the Old Testament and the New Testament? Is this not Father Abraham that led the chosen people of God? The father of the Jews? Is this not the truth that God is trying to speak to us through this parable? He says, Lazarus is invited into the bosom of Abraham. And then the rich man is taken to hell. How did he act here on this earth? How did he treat the beggar? To see the beggar at the doorpost with sores covered all over him, and he was afflicted. And he begged for the crumbles that came off of the rich man's table. To beg for the crumbles. To beg to be blessed. Here it is. Some of you say, I don't need to do something good. God said I don't need to do anything good. Just live a good life. This is not what the Bible is showing you here. He says that he asked Father Abraham, Abraham, can you send Lazarus and dip his finger in water and come and touch my tongue? He didn't ask for a glass of water. He just asked for him to dip his finger and touch his tongue. Wow. How bad is hell going to be that you're just going to want a drop of water? How bad is hell going to be that you're just going to want to taste a little taste of water? Not a big chug, not a big gulp, nothing like that. Not going to the 7-Eleven and buying that big old 44. Right? He said, just let him come and just dip the tip of his finger in the water and let him touch my tongue. How horrible is hell going to be? Because I am being tormented. Why is he being tormented? He's being tormented because he was so good to Lazarus. You see, at one time, he did not even allow Lazarus to even get near his table because he was at the gates. He wasn't even able to get near because the dogs were able to get near to the table. Because the dogs sat there at the table, underneath the table, and they would eat the scraps. So even the dogs were better than Lazarus. Some of you think right now that maybe you've been mistreated, maybe you've been misused. Look at what Lazarus went through. But yet, look at what Lazarus did. He never denied God. He put his eyes on God. He worshiped God, even though he was going through what he's going through. You see, he had to have done something good to get to heaven. You see, some of you don't understand. Just because you're going through misery doesn't mean you have to be ugly. Just because you're going through a trial, just because you're going through a tribulation, doesn't mean you have to turn your life on God